And this is my boy Ian Sherman hanging out in Central Park.
Y'all got me over here on Pride Rock, man. I found the one spot.
He decided
I got
he had to call in today to talk about all the ridiculousness that is happening right now.
I thought we were on summer break, and I said, Ryan, like the fact that
we didn't even make it 2 weeks, bro.
We didn't make it. We got problems. It's on us. It's on us. It's on us. I literally was like, Ryan, we have nothing to talk about. Like, we can't do a show. I go, this summer break sucks, but we got this special right here. Surprise, motherfuckers, we here. So yeah, this is a wild week alone,
bro. It's wild. And just think, brother, we got 3.5 more years of this.
I'm getting grayer and grayer.
Dude, I just had to dye my beard. The whole fucking thing is gray. Like Jen's like, I like your salt and pepper. I was like, there's no pepper left. No pepper. It's just all salt.
He said, now we cooking like white.
I look like a salty bitch. Spice. Just this salty mother.
Just salty, Ryan is just salty. All right.
Oh my god.
God, it's hilarious.
So how's the packing going?
My wife has not killed me yet. All right, because me and the oldest, we keep finding items to wear. So like, I was Eeyore for like an hour. She's like, "Aren't you supposed to be like doing stuff?" And I go, "I am. This is nurturing our child."
Yeah, entertaining him.
Oh my god, house full of people, close friends came over, helping us pack, and we even brought in a company to assist with the move. It's coming along though. It's coming along. I feel like we're halfway there. There. So just think, 2 weeks from now, it'll be a different view.
Yep.
Living
the island life.
The island life.
The island life.
No,
we're not doing the island boy. We ain't turning the island boy.
Oh my god. Why is that the first thing?
But if we did get in a boxing match, I just want you to know I'd fuck you up.
I don't know, man. You more salt than pepper, baby. I don't know. You ain't cooking with no spice. So
I hate you right now. Don't
act like you didn't miss me.
It's funny because it's true. But no, we've only got like 45 minutes, so let's get on to talking about the things that we want to discuss. So what's the number one thing since we've been off the air for 2 weeks? What's the number one thing that's really got your attention?
The number one I honestly think that people should be paying more attention to is what just happened with Colbert. I think that's where I called you and I was like, my man, like, is this what we're really doing right now? Yep. Like, are we really silencing people? Like, because it's not gonna silence Colbert. We know that he clearly can build a platform. Look at what Jon.
If anything, it's helping him reach a new echelon. I think
it's solidifying his brand is what it just did. And
that's a good way to put it.
And his last episode where he just turned to the camera and was like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yep.
I was like, that's you get one go fuck yourself at a job. And that was, I thought, well placed. And and it's interesting because you're watching, people from Shark Tank or whatever talk about how that was a moronic move, and I go, no, it wasn't. I think Colbert should run for president. I think he should go down the Vladimir Zelensky, down that pipeline and be like, look, I went from actor to, a comedian to talk show host to president of the United States. I mean, we have a clown in there now, so we might as well actually have someone who's sophisticated, who can speak in sentences, who can entertain, who actually has the ratings to be our president.
And is actually, if you want to go down the Christian path, which I will for a second, if you know Stephen Colbert, then you know that he is a very religious person. A man of faith. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And he's never shied away from that. He's always been very public about it. Yeah. But if you notice his show, he always gives the guests the space to be themselves. He doesn't project his personal, faith and beliefs on people all the time. And that's that's the kind of person I can get. Like I'm Catholic. I know people they're like when I say that because of the shit I say online, but organized religion became the problem. It's not the religion itself. It's not the faith. It's not your faith I have an issue with. It's how you're deploying your faith.
Yeah.
And when I look at somebody like Stephen Colbert, I see somebody who is capable of, putting his personal stuff aside and saying, you know what, as president of the United States, I have a responsibility to represent all Americans, not just Democrats, not just liberals, not just Christians, but all Americans. And when you have a current president that not only all of the things that you've already said and that we've said millions of times on this show, but we had a president on July 4th that stood on a stage and looked at you and me and every other Democrat and liberal in this country and said, that's okay, I hate them too. To have a president sit up on a stage and say that they hate half the country.
Yeah.
Like, even though we already knew it, like, I don't know about you, but I wasn't really surprised.
No jaw dropping. That's right.
Yeah, but to see it happen, you know, in live and to have him say it and it be on tape forever, it's just kind of like, damn. You know, and that may be a grandpa moment. Like, we keep talking about his mental acuity at this point.
Oh, yeah. Lack thereof.
Do you think that that's a valid... But so clearly you think that that's a valid concern or point right now?
No, I mean, I think that there's something off. You know, from that to his health, none of it really adds up. None of it makes sense. We've never seen his medical records. And we know we can't trust him. You know, and if you even can't trust him being shot and like what actual damage did occur, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna believe those swelling cankles. You know what I mean? Whatever bullshit they throw at you. It's like it literally
just a small circulatory problem.
Okay, because them angles look like they stressing. You know what I mean? So
can I just say, because I posted something that day and it went pretty viral, and I had a lot of MAGA doctors in there telling me I didn't know what I was talking about. So the reason I said that is because I've had questionable heart issues because it's genetic in my family. So I actually get tested every once in a while for you know, if my heart's doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they do is they grab your ankle and they grab it kind of like usually around the bottom of your calf or around your Achilles area, and they squeeze it. And if it's squeezy like a squeeze ball, and when you squeeze it, your fingertips stay indented in the skin for a second, like a squeeze ball, you know, coming back, that's bad. Because down there, it's all supposed to be tendons, you know, and all that kind of stuff's not supposed to have a ton of water.
Right.
And so when you squeeze it like that and it doesn't instantly come back because it's muscle and all that stuff, that's a problem. And you can tell just by looking at that photo that that man is carrying fluid on his ankles. And it also explains if he was having heart issues and circulatory problems, it also explains the big bruise on his hand. It's called pitting. Thank you, Rochelle. So I don't know. Like, it's just one of those things where they're trying to convince us that, you know, he got shot in the ear, but yet
I mean, they're also trying to convince us that he's 250 and, you know, 6'5", 6'6".
They're also trying to convince us that that Barack Obama is a traitor too. So,
okay, this is actually interesting to think about because of the Supreme Court's laws. You can't try him. You know, he was acting in presidential duty, so it's like it doesn't matter what you want to say. This works both ways.
And now they're arguing that. They're like, well, that doesn't apply. I swear to God, go on my Twitter.
It's so good.
They're literally arguing, saying, but that doesn't apply to Obama. I'm like, are you telling me? Hang on. You're telling me that the Supreme Court ruling giving presidents the immunity that it did.
That's right.
And go read it and see what exactly it gave them.
That's
but,
right.
you know, pretty much presidential immunity.
That's right.
You're telling me that only applies to Trump? But honestly, Ian, if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense because elections are never fraudulent when they win. It's only stolen when they lose.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And it's really actually fitting to see if their argument becomes, well, this law starts now. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's going to be.
I think I saw that one too.
That's going to be an interesting argument on their end, but it's like it doesn't matter. They never stated when it starts. They said presidents have full immunity if it is.
Like, okay, let's argue that in court. Let's go. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, here we go. And then if it is a flaw in it, it's just gonna open up more cans of worms for them to try to deflect. And then of course, oh, look over there, Redskins. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, what are we throwing at the wall?
And then there's a tweet from 2013 saying, why are you know, presidents shouldn't interfere with renaming football teams. And it's like, bro, there's a tweet for everything with this guy. He's just a hypocrite.
I think it's just his dementia. You know what I mean? It really is just showing.
Well, I think it's more than that, to be honest with you. If you really look back, that this is his game. He goes whichever way the wind blows. Right. And that's why he's constantly caught in this hypocrisy, because he's, whatever the moment is, 9/11, I saw a group of Muslim people all doing this. That's Central Park 5, they should all ride the lightning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is just he's always looking for that gotcha moment, the viral content, the clip, the riding down the escalator moment. Like, that's all Donald Trump is. He's a freaking con man.
Yeah.
And now I think MAGA is finally, and by the way, I'm sorry. See, I'm not going to do good going on a summer break. So fuck, I lost what I was about to say.
No, finally. Are you about to jump into the Epstein thing, or what's the?
I was going that way.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Yeah. Give it to me. What was I saying?
You're talking about his base is finally MAGA.
And the hypocrisy, right? Oh, thank you. So you thought, and so many of us thought that after January 6th, that Trump would be done.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way the majority of Americans are going to continue supporting a dude who literally just stood there and watched that happen and pretty much caused it.
Yeah.
I mean, without actually saying, hey, go over there and break into that shit. Like,
I mean, he did.
Like, he stopped just short of that.
Yeah.
Just short of that.
Yeah, he did.
And it's so to sit there and watch these people now because he won't release the Epstein files.
Right.
So it's like, the 30-minute video I have of Katie Johnson detailing to you what this man did. The court documents I have of witnesses supporting what this woman, who used to be a 13-year-old girl, is saying.
Yeah.
We've got him on tape saying he wants to sleep with his own daughter over like decades, not just once or twice.
And she was young when he was saying that.
Bro.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just like he's been accused of 26 plus women of some type of misconduct, sexual misconduct.
And then, let alone running the pageants.
And then we let him buy a pageant, knowing all this shit.
Private viewings, luncheons with just him and Epstein. Like,
the fact that they've caught Epstein now. He was at his wedding to Marla Maples. Like, dude, the connections that are coming out already,
all of it.
So imagine what's in the files.
It's unraveling. It's totally unraveling. And here's another thing that I actually was thinking about was Epstein was a money guy. He was an accountant. He helped to move money. Why is it that we've never seen Trump's taxes? Why have we never seen Trump's taxes?
Because it probably lines up fairly well with Epstein's.
You know what I mean? Like, it really is interesting.
Fuck, I never thought of that, dude.
Abe, when you piece it together and you think about how they had a 15-year relationship here in New York, and they were a very tight relationship.
Why have I never thought of that?
This is where breaking news right here on this surprise motherfucking episode, because this is the reality. When you start lining things up, why have we never seen their taxes?
Because if you line up 1, 2, 3 things, that shoots him in the foot. Especially if it's after whenever they say he kicked him out of his club, 2006.
That's right.
Just happened to be right before everything happened.
That's right.
It's like you knew it was coming, and he gave you a heads up. And
it's spot on. It's spot on. And I'm just saying, like, those are one of those things where it's like you don't have the proof now, but it just lines up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just really lines up.
Yeah.
And for him to, try to
it's like
history.
A case when you have everything except the murder weapon.
Yeah. Smoking gun.
That's what it feels like.
But everything's pointing to
like we got everything else.
Yeah. And here's the question for the mega base. It's like, this is what you guys ran on. Like, we could talk about Joe Biden and whoever else and why they didn't do it and why
just about to say this, bro.
But it's like Joe Biden's not sitting here in old man status talking about release the Epstein files. That was never a conversation.
He never campaigned on it.
He let DOJ do their thing, and clearly Epstein died on Trump's watch. Like, Biden wasn't even president when this happened.
And now there's missing minutes of security footage.
Literally 2 minutes and 54 seconds.
Yeah, no, I said 2 minutes, and somebody came in and said, "I'm sorry, let me correct you. It was almost 3 minutes." And I was like, "Oh, my bad."
It was almost, yes, 2 minutes and 54
It's like, and if you
seconds.
think about it, that's enough time to go in there. If you've got something tight, that's enough time.
That's enough time to hand somebody something if they're going to do it themselves.
That too.
Because,
but then they would have found. Well, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, of course it's
3 minutes is enough time. I've definitely snuck into a room, punched my sibling, and ran out and just called it what it was. You know what I mean? And they had it coming. Sorry, Mom.
What happened? That was last Thursday, right?
I did that. It's all good.
No, 3 minutes is a long time, and I mean, fuck, I don't know. Like you'd have to go in there, choke them out, do what you're doing, and then set the scene, have them tied up. But if you went in there with it ready, to slide over them and just tie it real quick, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like
I mean, I'm not trying to give nobody no copycat situation. I'm just saying in general.
Fair point.
3 minutes.
Let's stop.
3 minutes is enough. Yeah. Just shy of.
Let's stop just shy of.
It's like talking to my uncle from Nam. When I was in Nam, I go, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Do you think there's a possibility that Ghislaine Maxwell is going to get pardoned?
I think that they're going to get their stories tight. I think DOJ is bringing her in to see if they can start matching stories, and then they're going to possibly
game plan from there.
Try to have a deal, because the fact that they're right now leading with this is a hoax, they're going to try to find a way to then rewrite history, and really try to fabricate some type of story that it all is like, well, we mistried her, and that it all falls on him, and so. This, I think they're gonna literally paint a dead man to be the sole monster of this.
Take all the fall,
and then get her out, and that's gonna be part of the deal. And then she's gonna, say there's no list and change everything, and we'll see what happens.
And it's funny because I just came across a video from 2022, and it's of Bill Gates' now ex-wife,
Melinda Gates?
And they asked her straight up about Epstein and their friendship, and if it played a role in the divorce, and she straight up said, yeah.
Yep.
So it's like, what the hell does she know that actually went down?
It's one of those,
because you're not going to divorce your husband for just, you know what I'm saying, for just meeting a guy a couple times. There had to be something more.
Well, you only can assume, and I mean, I'm not going to paint Bill Gates as he's a pedophile. I'm going to say that because it was Love Island, right? It's whatever you want.
His wife definitely didn't like whatever she found out.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's whatever you want. It's Love Island. It's we're gonna supply it. If you want a pig, we're gonna supply it for you. You could do that here. That's what people need to understand.
It wasn't Pedophile Island, it was Fantasy Island.
It was Fantasy Island, and he was bringing whatever he needed to bring because he wanted to have direct access to
everybody,
the
not just the people like him. Yeah.
That's right. And so he was collecting information on said whoever. Now his thing was he was a pedophile. So, and there's no denying that. But if you're going to say that this was a hoax, then why is Miss Maxwell, locked up? Because clearly there was enough information to get her. So where is that information? Where is that stuff that's not being released? And then where is it what they did find at that property? And here's another kicker, Ryan. The people who tried Maxwell, Pam Bondi has been circulating the Epstein files because she comes from Florida. This was already on her plate before. So she let him off.
Yep. Or she was on the team. She was on the team, right? That did.
She was on the team, and she let him off because she was the AG.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah.
She was the AG. She was the one making the decision. It shows she actually allowed this to continue. And so it's wild. And then of course one of the gentlemen that was affiliated with it just got a cabinet member that's tied to Epstein. So they're literally they're bathing in this. Yeah. And we're sitting here, then they're going to tell you that it didn't happen. The resume. Well, I mean, they can, but the resume is there. It's all there. So,
like I said, the fact that January 6th wasn't the final straw for MAGA, but the Epstein list is. That to me will forever be kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, the thing with the January 6th is, keep in mind with QAnon that they were always about Pizzagate and about protect the kids. That was always like the underbelly. So for them to be like, yeah, we're finally gonna get our outsider because this is how they campaigned.
He campaigned on this. We're finally gonna get the answers.
You were the outsider, and then you turn around and you show your belly, and you're like, oh no, I'm actually with them. You guys are suckers. You guys are losers. Like the fact that they finally got that message that he thinks that they're idiots.
Yeah, just like veterans. Yeah.
Oh man. And it's one of those things. I really do hope, Ryan, that Smart Elections or Election Truth Alliance find something that is tangible for us to really
well, they're going to have to let Election Truth Alliance actually look at the ballots and everything for that to actually happen. Yeah. So the question really does become, and by the way, if you haven't seen our shows with Election Truth Alliance, go check them out while we're on summer hiatus here.
That's right.
Because they an update, which we need to bring him back on. They were trying to get access to ballots to do a hand count, a hand recount, and it's in Pennsylvania, correct?
One of them.
Yeah, and I believe it was the Pennsylvania Secretary of State that denied them access. I could be wrong about who it was. So
interesting. Okay,
but they were denied access to the ballots to do a hand recount.
Okay.
So it's like they're totally dismissing them, and they have data, in my personal opinion, that at least warrants us taking a look at the ballots.
Absolutely.
You know, like my thing is, you guys did a 9-month long Cyber Ninja ballot count here in Maricopa County, Arizona. You allowed the head of the company to move the ballots out of state to a cabin in Montana. Illegal. And then move them back.
That's
and
right.
then move them out again because they had to do a high school graduation, then move them back in.
That's
like
right.
The fact that you were all okay with this, and oh, by the way, the conclusion of said recount was less votes for Donald Trump and more votes for Joe Biden.
That's right.
So that's what 9 months of a recount got you. So you guys were all pro recount when, again, it's your side. But when it's the Democrats going, whoa, hold up. Like, we got numbers. This isn't matching up. They're not saying we got bamboo ballots made in China that have secret writing on them. They're saying we just want to recount the shit.
It's interesting, Ryan, because my tin hat moment is Cyber Ninjas. Cyber Ninjas used that opportunity in Montana to study and to, well, if you think about it, businesses change name, right?
Oh yeah.
Where's the CEO now? Because my thought process is, did he give the information that they did get from dissecting these machines to then
I'd like
give
to
it
know
to
if
somebody?
it played a role in 2024.
And that's my point. Did it do its purpose? Because you think about the events that take place in Montana, that's where the money is.
And when you're inside when you're inside the working of how they do everything,
that's right.
It gives you a decent idea of how to create a plan to combat it. And if you think about it, we had literal January 6th defendants in the count rooms.
Yes.
You know, in this arena, in the count rooms, like overseeing this, like they were literally managing the count.
Yes.
Like,
and this is one of those things where, once again, we don't have that smoking gun, but we just see the things lining up. That's going to be kind of the theme going on here, guys.
We need a guy like the dude from Mr. Robot.
Yes. I love it.
It's just really crazy times, you know, to see how desperate Donald Trump is, and it's only 6 months in. Like, they're already pulling the Obama's a traitor card. Like, I didn't think I'd see that until after midterms or like right before midterms. So the fact that they're already pulling that tells me that they know they're in trouble.
Well, you know, this is the part where Obama lives rent free in their heads, and rightfully.
Are they coming for you?
You know, rightfully so. No, man, I'm hiding. I'm on Pride Rock. You ain't getting me.
I'd be hiding behind a tree.
You got me looking like Obi-Wan. I got the high ground. You know, this is where we're at. So
usually they don't know where we're at. They know where you're at right now.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
He's gonna be looking over his shoulder for the rest of the show. Like, oh shit.
If I get ran up on, at least you know what. Eventually,
good footage. Good. Grab the phone so we at least see some.
Have you guys ever seen a Rodney King beating from Rodney King's perspective?
From a selfie perspective? Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm driving the bus, I guess. Come on in.
This is it. The water is warm. There it is.
If not, it will be soon. But no, shout out to Election Truth Alliance. You know, the collective that they've put together of people, you know, that are doing good work, just trying to find out the truth. Absolutely. And, you know, we can debate and argue over, you know, when it should have happened probably 6 months ago. You know, we wish Kamala and the Democratic Party would have thrown more of a fit over the election, because I just remember, I go back to the show we were doing, dude, like watching the election go down, and like you were trying to be positive, and I was already like, oh, this is done. This is over. Yeah. And I just remember the next day, us getting online and seeing so many people going, what the hell just happened?
Right.
Like, how did that happen? Like,
Yeah.
and not just that, but how was it that, like, how did he win the popular vote and the electoral vote after everything that had happened? Like,
Something's off. Something's off, and it's not
too many people's hairs were standing on the back of their neck.
Like even the next day, I was walking through Central Park, and I just saw one person, one lonely ass fucking dude running, older man, maybe 50s, 60s, still thinks he got it, but working out, and he had a mega hat on, and he was running proudly with his mega hat, and I go, that's one person in an ocean full of people here
in New York City,
and all I can think of myself is like, did something happen with the tabulation where those numbers were flipped? Something happened, because it seems like the minority.
Yeah.
And that's the question that is at hand. And that's what we got to get. And here's the thing. I don't see it being an issue to ask the question. Ain't nobody storming the Capitol off of some fake ass story. We're just asking for data. And that's the difference. Prove to me that there's nothing to be worried about.
Yep.
Like we said about his medical records. Show us.
Show it.
Put it on the table. Put it on the table. Because that's the biggest thing in this position. You're the leader of the free world. Then we need to know that you are mentally and physically capable of doing the job. Because right now, the way we see it, your guts are going down to your ankles. Your shit just you look off. You look
like he's not the leader of the free world. He's barely the leader of America.
My man looks like an orange grimace. Like, that's where we're at right now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just body, like, you're just starting to become really pear shape of like just heavy at the bottom. It's like something's off about dude.
Can I also just state that when you have a president announcing trade deals with countries like Japan, for example, before Japan is actually signed off on it, and on top of it,
did he jump the gun? I didn't even know.
He did jump the gun. I believe he posted it, and then representative for Japan came out and was like, "Yeah, we're still reviewing it." And then, so I don't know if they've accepted it now, but the point I want to make is MAGA, Trump, the White House, they're all going around celebrating it like this huge trade accomplishment. And it's like, bro, you created the problem you just fixed.
But did you even fix it? It was 2%. Now it's 15% tariff. And it's like, who's paying for that? You,
Us.
MAGA. You're paying that.
Oh,
all that money they say they're generating, it's you paying the tax.
Can I go off?
Go for it, man.
I also want to just drive home the point, please. And remember, Ian and I, we are not trying to start a hold the mic cult. We just like to fact check them. And go review the June numbers. Go review the economic data coming out. Go review what GM said yesterday about tariffs and why it affected their income so much that it made their stock tank.
Yeah.
Go look it up. Don't just take my word for it. Please go look it up. Go educate yourselves. It is not looking good. It is. So if you go look at a graph, the graph was going down and now it's already spiking up, and we're only 6 months in. Yeah. Ian and I have been telling you guys for at least the last 6 months to a year that tariffs are not going to be good for the economy in America, that tariffs were not going to be good for middle-class working Americans because we were going to end up paying those taxes on the back end. And sure enough, here we are. GM is already telling us that tariffs are greatly affecting the cost of their products, which in turn they're having to shift onto us. Yeah. So it's like we're all expecting the billionaires and the business owners to practice some kind of public responsibility and actually care about us, the American people, and say, you know what, we're going to eat those tariffs and we're not going to, there's only one Arizona iced tea guy out there that I know of that's sitting there going, I don't need to increase the cost of my things because it doesn't cost me much more to do business. I still make a few bucks. Right. Like he's not, could he be a hell of a lot more wealthy than he is? Absolutely. It's just like me. If I was MAGA, do you know how much more money I could make online if I was MAGA? Licking Donald Trump's boots?
Oh my God,
I'd be making Trump's 50 grand a month.
Oh yeah.
More. Yeah.
More.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like we have too many Americans that are not paying attention, that aren't willing to go educate themselves. So the numbers are this. Inflation has increased. It's to a rate of 2.7%. Okay. Now, if you want to break that down to a dollar amount, if you were paying $100 for something a year ago, you're now going to be paying between $108 and $110 for that exact same item than 6 months ago, not even a year ago.
Not even a year, 6 months.
But, you know, just for conversation's sake, a year ago.
Yeah.
And there's no sign of costs actually decreasing anytime soon.
Nope.
I have zero faith in the billionaires that donated to conservatives and Donald Trump to actually lower prices back down to where they were a year or two ago when the tariffs go away or we fix this whole thing and Trump's long gone. These people are not going to decrease their profit margins. They're going to keep them where they are. So these prices that we're seeing are never going to go back down.
And they also are penalizing with their fees, their APR fees for credit cards. They raised those back up. Biden went after those, lowered them, and said people should not be penalized for a late fee for something as small as a credit card. And now they jack those prices right back up. So in a time where things are becoming more expensive and people need to lean on other means, you will be penalized if you fall behind.
Yep. G's got a good question here.
I can't see the comments, so guys.
No, I'll read it to you. I'll read it to you. If you could prove without a doubt that Trump cheated, what would actually be the outcome? I feel at this point it would be just something to talk about for 3 days, and then the GOP shrugs it off. You know, that's a good question. I think you're right. Of course, the GOP is going to shrug it off no matter what. Yeah. You know, they're going to fight for Trump. They've proven that. They have no spine, no backbone. Again, if January 6th and what they did to those police officers and watching those police officers testify in front of Congress wasn't enough to make them do the right thing, I don't think anything will be. But I do think that there is a point to make that just like they're sitting here trying to blame Obama for Russia, the Mueller report was extremely detailed, and it told us exactly what happened. And Russia did meddle in the 2016 election, and it was not in favor of Democrats and Hillary Clinton. That's right. And then on top of it, the Mueller report was not the only investigation into the Russian interference in the 2016 election. Again, please go educate yourself. Don't just listen to me. But I believe there was like 3 more investigations, and all of them had the same outcome, that Russia interfered in the 2016 election, and it was in favor of Donald Trump and in opposition of Hillary Clinton. Those
and even
are
Tulsi
facts.
Gabbard is on record saying that there are Russian farms that were doing all the handiwork. Like, it's all there.
So what would the outcome be? Unfortunately, because we don't have anybody with real courage in Congress at the moment, you know, with the exception of a few people, Jasmine Crockett, AOC, you know, getting her AOC's office was vandalized with red spray paint with what was it, anti-Semite stuff?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're saying that she's now part of the genocide. And I'm like, hey, you guys on the left, come on. Or is it staged? Is it staged like we talked about with the paid protesters, you know?
Well, I already see them attacking Jasmine Crockett and AOC because they're scared. They're scared of those 2 women. Right. As they should be.
Right.
You know, those 2 women in particular right now carry a lot of power within not just the Democratic Party, but Congress. People are starting to pay attention to what Jasmine Crockett's saying. Oh, no, and they're finding it a lot harder to disagree with her and just dismiss what she's saying because it's making sense. Oh, yeah. So she's reaching people. And I think the fact that she's from Texas and has the history that she does, I really think that's going to help her in the long run.
I mean, look at how they're trying to gerrymander literally everybody out of Texas.
They're trying to gerrymander her out because they're that worried about her.
When you see this happening, they're literally trying to take away people's voices. And that's the thing where I actually give Gavin Newsom, where he's like, we can play the same game and we can start wiping out Republican
Don't get me started on Gavin Newsom.
I don't care so much about anything other than his stance on gerrymandering, which is one of those things where it's time that Democrats have to play fire with fire. If it is going to look like that,
I do agree with that.
Like that.
I agree with him on a lot of things. He makes some really boneheaded mistakes. Like having Charlie Kirk on that podcast.
But Ryan, we're not a cult. We're not going to agree with everything he does, and that's the difference.
No, but here's the thing. Here's my thing. I don't have a problem disagreeing with Gavin Newsom on his approach on politics, issues, foreign issues. Like, we can debate that stuff. Where Gavin Newsom lost me was when he started walking back transgender issues in the state of California and basically started playing, in the middle of the field. So not to piss off people in the right or to try to bring moderates and whatever. And so that shows me, that shows me that you are more concerned with being accepted than doing what's right. And at this point in our country and watching what Donald Trump has done, he just showed me who the fuck he is, and we don't need leaders like that. We need leaders that are going to, like Pete Buttigieg, that's going to stick to what the fuck they say. They don't change what they're saying year after year, cycle after cycle, election after election. They're always saying the same thing. They're always fighting for the same principles, and those are the kind of leaders that we need. So Gavin Newsom, in my opinion, is just another. He's just another side of the same coin.
With exactly what you said, he could end up like a Bernie Sanders, who's said literally word for word for the last 40 years, and it's never gotten him any further or closer to that seat. If you're running for president, you have to find a place where you're trying to meet people where they're at. And America is in an interesting place because we lack the knowledge.
But and Bernie was taken out by his own, by basically his own side.
Completely. But what I mean by that to you is that we need to educate the people. And the people need to be educated on trans rights, and they need to be understanding that that's a civil right in itself. That there's no differentiating a black person's rights, a Mexican's rights, Asian American's rights, a trans person's rights. Like, we need to get it all on the same table where everybody is comfortable in the middle, where this is a comfortable conversation and people not feel like it's being thrown on them.
I agree with that.
On them. And that's the thing that it takes us to have these conversations. Teachable moments, and really leading with that, which we're putting in the work. We're trying to normalize and make sure that people understand that that's just a beautiful family, an American family. We don't need to be putting all these brackets and names and put you in a box. But to not digress from the original conversation question.
No, you're good.
The question is, what do we do if this all comes to light? What are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to stop going to your job? Are you willing to stop, by all means, not pay taxes? What are you willing to do to put your body on the line for this country? Because in the end, you look at every revolution that has, in history, bodies were put on the front line. And that's the biggest thing, where we're hitting a crossroads that we rightfully so are at. But we have to ask that question. What is more important? The morality of this country, the soul of this country, the trajectory of where we want to go. Where do we see ourselves? Because are we becoming spineless and just going to sit here and just complain and bitch online? Or are we about that life? You know what I mean? And that's the thing that we got to ask, because, for every argument you and I make, there's going to be 5 of them flooding, you know what I mean, that are going to counter it. And they're going to be like, well, and people don't do the extra work to actually just look into what we're saying. I'm challenging Mega. We all were there. We voted how we voted. Are you happy with your vote now? Because you can't say I didn't vote for this. It was out there. So now the question is, are you doing the research? Are you paying attention to how it's affecting you? Are you paying attention to how it's affecting people around you? Because that's all I'm asking for. It's not just about me voting for what's good for me. I'm voting what's good for my community. I'm voting for what's good for the people that are outside. But what you got? I can't see the comments.
Stephanie C says, I'm going to start a GoFundMe to buy Ian a hat if he's going to start doing these outside.
No, I'm going to tell you right now, I am baking in this. So thank you. I feel seen. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Don't worry, Stephanie. I'm going to be in Hawaii soon.
Funny.
So it's going to be very different size.
You're going to need one of those. You're going to be rocking one of those big old brim hats.
I'm going to have that. It's going to be massive too. My
with
shoulders
the,
going to be covered.
With the fans that.
I'm in it. I'm ready. So it's going down.
I'm going to send you one.
I just love seeing you smile while I'm over here talking. It's good.
Oh, bro.
But I know we're coming to a close in a minute. But yeah it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of this. It's a great question. And August 29th, smart elections here in New York, Rockland County, will have it's what is it called, discovery, everything put on the table. So things are happening here.
Yeah.
So pay attention to it, guys. Don't let it slip.
I agree. So with that, if it's all right with you, I'm going to go ahead and end this quick live that we did.
It's a good surprise,
it was good seeing you on our normal days.
That's right. I'm going to get some aloe vera for my head.
Yeah, with that, I want to just plug a few things real quick. So Ian's going to be on break because, apparently that's what black people on the show do.
Hey, Hey, I thought you knew.
Damn, I couldn't. I'm sorry, I couldn't even get it out.
Black people are on break in America, man. I don't know if you know this. We took a back seat. We said, this is on y'all. This is your lesson to fight.
This is your lesson to learn.
This is your lesson.
But no, America's all joking aside, hopefully Ian and I won't be gone more than 2-4 weeks from now. Like we told you before, he's just got to feel out his new schedule and everything, and then we'll be right back. I know we'll both be eager to get back to doing our weekly shows. But with that, I'm going to still be out here grinding a little bit for the next few weeks. Tomorrow, I will be on Brian Shapiro's show. He's had me on several times now. He's a good friend of the show. Absolutely. Yeah, really good dudes, become a good friend of ours. So look forward to doing his show. Usually on there for about a half hour, which always goes extremely quick with him. So check us out there tomorrow. And then my big news is I am going to be doing a second weekly show now with Marcus Flowers. And I'm extremely excited about this.
When you talk about being salty, this is perfect, okay?
I'm telling you.
This is about to be you being salty as fuck. I'm excited for this.
So the name of the show is going to be called With All Due Respect. And if you've seen our episode with Marcus a few months back, I think you'll see the dynamic that's probably going to play out between him and I. I think it's going to be very much him good cop, me bad cop, and both of us really stirring up some stuff. But what I really liked when he called me was he wants to start bringing on a lot of candidates. He wants us to start using our platform to lift up candidates. And what made me say yes was when he was explaining it, he says, and I'm not talking about, congressional candidates, federal candidates. He's like, I'm talking about city councils, starting at the bottom and being a part of the platform that starts, getting our pipeline of future leaders going and starts getting their name out sooner and maybe a little bit more easier than they would have on their own. I really love his idea. He wants me to be me. And I'm really excited for this. I believe we're going to be streaming it's going to be on his Substack, and I believe he wants me to stream it on all my platforms. So you should be able to find it on all like our normal Hold the Mic platforms as well. So that'll be Wednesday. And with that said, Ian and I will probably be changing days because it's just the way that things are working out.
We're going to figure out logistics. We're going to figure it out. When do you guys start is my question for
next week. Next Wednesday.
So next Wednesday is going live. What time do you guys go?
We're going to be on either 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those two. So we're gonna be a little earlier than Hold the Mic is usually on. Yeah. It's gonna be like 3 o'clock Pacific. Okay. So it'll be a totally different time slot than we're used to. So I'm looking forward to that and kind of seeing how those analytics change a little bit. But as always, guys, thank you so much for supporting us. Ian and I have been doing this we're coming up on almost 2 years now.
That's wild.
And it's been an awesome ride. You guys have seen us through a couple of our evolutions now, and I really feel like this is the next evolution for us as a show. Yeah. We're both getting new opportunities, outside of the show to grow our platform, both separate and together, which is another blessing. So just thank you for continuing to support us. Thank you to our international listeners. It still blows my mind that we're downloaded in like 32 countries.
Hey man, we're adding up. It's
happening, man.
We're just getting started, Ryan. We're just getting started.
We really are, dude. So, that's the thing. We are
just
getting started. So stick with us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the shows that we're doing.
That's right.
Like, subscribe, engage. Go back and watch prior episodes. We've had some really good guests on. Go watch the episodes with guests, and I think you'll get a really good feel for our show and what we bring to the table and the public square, if you will.
That's right.
So with that, brother, you got anything before I sign off?
I'm gonna go get some cool down on this head, man. I need to go ahead and go ahead and relax. Of course, the moment the show starts, the sun just came out. I said, and here we are. Here we go. Anyway,
oh my God, this is awesome.
Love you guys, man. We had to come back to say hello, and you guys, just stay the course. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. There's gonna be a lot of bullshit thrown. This is why we popped in to just do this surprise episode, but realistically, the community is only getting stronger. So just stay the course.
Yep.
But,
amen. And with that, leave you as I always do with much love. Keep fighting, but whatever you do, stay safe out there.